Hello everybody and welcome to Fishing Planet. And just to show you what we got going on, I've turned up the environmental sounds and the sound of volume, but I've turned the music down, and I'm going to switch to metric, even though I don't really know what metric is, but the game seems to be designed for it, and it's better for it, so we're going to use it. Please restart the game. And I had to release 10 fish in a row, and number 8 was a trophy bluegill, so that one kind of sucked. And then this one is spend money, a certain amount of money a day, again, in-game currency. Catfish, catch a certain number of catfish, and basically when you're going for these gar, you get catfish as well. So without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you what we've got set up. So you pay for your travel and you pay for your days. Now, what I've kind of figured out and what I've seen other people suggest is that you don't add days here, because if something breaks or whatever, you won't be able to go back to the shop or to your house for your inventory. So let me give you an idea of what I've got for my inventory. Part of the you get this rod holder here that came with the Halloween thing, and the rod holder allows you to have up to five rods. Okay, so the first rod here is my Halloween rod, reel. I'm using a braided line here. I'm using a crayfish bait, and the crayfish bait is specifically for catching the gar. I'm using a number 2 hook and a glow in the dark bobber, because you catch these fish at night. Now this other stuff, the vest and the soft-sided tackle box there, ignore that, because those are outfits that you can buy that increase your tackle space, which is down here. So I have 3 reels. I can have up to 6. I can have up to 10 spools of line. Now this is in my tackle box, or my backpack, if you will, and I can have up to 40 items of tackle. But here is my house. Basically, this is all the extra stuff that I have. Okay, and then these are my licenses. So we're going to be fishing in Missouri, so we have the basic Missouri license, but we also have the advanced license, and that tells you when it expires there. Anyway, this is the first rod setup I got. This is the second rod I got set up, again with a telescoping rod, a spinning reel, a size 4 hook, cheese bait, again braided line, and a bobber. And then you can adjust your lead here. And that's my second one. And then my third one is a similar setup, but just using dough balls as bait. Okay, so let's go ahead and travel to Missouri. So it's going to cost me $25, and it'll come out of this up here. Now we've got a little bit of time before the Halloween event, if you will, is over. So what I want to do is I'm still trying to catch those other two types of gar. And you'll notice over here that it says best time for fishing in this spooky weather is from dusk till dawn. And it kind of isn't easy to see here. But basically from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. is your best times to fish for that. And then this is the weather for the next 5 days. We're going to go here. There's two different places on the map, but I like the northern one because it's got more cover, and I just seem to have more success up there. So, okay. Now I'm going to close this chat HUD over here because basically it's global, but it's not. It's everybody that's fishing in Missouri here. Okay, so this is my number 1 rod, and if I wanted to switch to my number 2 rod, I just hit the number 2, and that gives me my cheese float spinning rig, and then 3 is my dough ball spinning rig. Okay, but we're going to go back to my number 1 because this is the crayfish. I've only got 1 crayfish left, and you can't buy anymore, at least at my level. It came with the rod, and as you can see on there, it says Halloween on it. Now there's 2 different ways to cast. You can flip like that, which doesn't go out very far, but goes out far enough. So basically I'm going to use my mouse wheel. If you look down on the bottom down there, you see that I'm changing that. That's the speed of the my retrieval, and then if I hit the plus minus, that takes the brakes off of the drag. But I usually keep it on 2. Okay, now up on the left hand upper corner of the screen, you'll see the time, and then you see Iron Maiden fish stringer, 50 kilograms. Again, I don't really understand metrics, so don't hold that against me, but basically that holds a lot of fish, and single fish, anything under 55 pounds for a single fish. So right now this game is in early access, so it's still developing, but there's nothing in the game that I know of that is going to weigh 55 pounds or more. So you're in good shape. Okay, now I can reel in a little bit using my left mouse button, and then to set the hook we use the right mouse button, but it will come in when we get to there. Now let me show you the other casting technique. I'll turn off my flipping, and this goes to regular cast mode, so you can use your right mouse button, excuse me, to make a target, and then you just hold the left one until it goes over there. Now obviously that gets me a little bit farther out, but what I found is that the closer you're in, the better. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you, because I'm deep water fishing, so I've got my leader set deep, and I would tell you that it's set for 60 inches, but I switched to metrics, so I don't know if it's what it is. But let's see if we get a bite here. Just basically, just wait, be patient. You can reel in a little bit. That graph on the graph over there on the right hand side below the bobber gives you an indication of your line tension. And so when you start seeing some color at the very bottom, then you just wait till your bobber starts to move, and then you set the hook and start the fight. Let me bring this one in, see if I can get into the sweet spot. Right, I think 6 is where I want to be. Now the 110 down there is as far as I can go with the amount of line I have. So yeah, but what we need to do is we're gar fishing, and remember what I told you at the beginning, that gar fishing happens best when they have my rod all in. Happens best between at night. So what I want to do is cancel that. I'm gonna have to go back, guys. No, I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna go to settings, and I'm gonna take the metrics. Where's it at? That's not it. Settings. Where's the matrix? That's not on this screen. Profile. Yeah. I'm going to take that off because I am not used to it. Okay guys, I'm back, and I switched it back to regular because I can't figure it out. So now I'm at 71 degrees Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. The Iron Maiden holds 110.231 pounds of fish. 55 for a single fish, like I said earlier. And we're still fishing with this crayfish. We're going to flip it out. We want to be in the neighborhood of about 20. 17's a little close, but we can work with it. Again, 360 feet is my total line length. Now you can get snagged up and break your line. So, and that will change. Change the rod length. Again, I've got my speed turned down to 1, and so I can reel in real easy. When this gets to 10, it comes up. So I want to get a little bit better cast out. There we go. Now what I like to do is I like to tap it there and get in the range of 20, 19, 20. That's good, because, oh, we need to change the time again. I forgot. We need nighttime, peeps. So let me go to 11 p.m. There we go. Then you'll see that it'll change to night here, which is just what we want. Let's flip this bad boy back out. Oh, you know what? I think I know what my problem is. Okay, there we go. Now we're going. Now we just basically keep an eye on that bobber. Now if the bobber is standing upright like it is there, or pretty much straight upright, then you're in good shape. If it's laying over flat with parallel to those lines, that line there, which represents the surface, then that means your bait is sitting on the bottom. You're not going to catch any fish with your bait on the bottom. So we're going to try to catch some gar here. Like I said, I'm using a crayfish or crawfish, crayfish, crawfish, depending on where you're from, how you say it, a number 2 hook, and I have one bait left. Okay. Let's just see what happens. Go. Oh, I lost my bait. I got a little overzealous there, folks. All right, let me switch. So I've got another bait here, dead mice. And again, this is for targeting gar catfish. And you can get them in quantities of 5, and I bought 2. So they stacked up into 10. So now you just drag that over into your bait slot. And again, here we are at 58 inches from bobber to hook. So yeah. All right, let's go back to fishing. And I know why I wasn't all the way up on the edge of the shore. That's why. Okay, you see those boats right there across the water, those kayaks? If you aim at the tree there, flip it out, okay, then kind of position your rod towards the shore here by moving to your left. Now you see that I'm 26 feet out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reel in real slow, pause in between, and see if I can entice a bite. I'm going to reel into 20 and let it sit, let some slack on the line. Okay, probably going to pause the video here, and I'll come back, or I'll start the video back up as soon as I get a fish on. See how we do. Fish on, folks. Okay, so here we go. I've got my hand on both buttons. I'm keeping an eye on my meter there. The fish is going to pull it out. He might go quite a ways, but I'm not going to change my drag. I'm just going to use my rod to try to keep it in the lower. See how it's going up into that 4th square? So I bring my rod down, tip down a little bit, and I kind of follow where he's going to keep that tension down. So it's going to take a little bit, depending on how far he runs, and if he runs multiple times. So yeah, I've had it where they run out to 200 feet and get them all the way in, and I'm like 15 feet from the end, and they take off and make another run and go 2 or 3 times. So you never know. But we'll see what this bad boy is. He's not running out as far as I've seen him run before. That makes me think it might be a trophy size catfish. but you never know. Again, we're trying to catch the albino gar or the green ogre ogre gar, because that'll get us our Halloween specials or achievement for the fish. And I'm trying to do it before they obviously take the Halloween off, is what I'm trying to say. Now, you notice I'm still cranking. I'm using both hands. I'm using both mouse buttons. Right one for the keep the tension on the line, and the left one to reel in. And as you can see down on the little circle there, my reel automatically goes to the highest speed for reeling in. And we're still at 2 breaks on the drag. I don't like messing with that. You can get to where you can finesse it. You can go up or down with the drag, but I rather adjust it. See, like I can drop my line. See how it's going up into that other square? And there we go. Trophy catfish. That's what I was talking about. So it's 6 pounds, over 6.5 pounds, almost 25 inches, 64 points or stars. That means it got 64 points towards my level, and that includes a 21 points bonus. Okay, so we're going to keep this. So you'll see now that it added it to my stringer over there. And yeah. Now, you don't get paid the cash or the coin if you don't keep the fish on your stringer. So if you release the fish, you get the experience for catching it, but you don't get the money for releasing. Now, some licenses will make it so that you have to release. Okay, now see that I'm getting a little bit of color. There we go. Fish on. And there we go with a channel cat. So this one was only a little bit shy of 4 pounds, but we got 40 XP. So that's good. And we'll add that to the stringer as well. All right, everybody, I'm gonna let you go. Whoops, what did I do? That's not what I want. I want to hit inventory. So again, this is on fish. This is Fishing Planet. It's free to play on Steam in early access. You do not have to spend money on it, folks. It's a great game. The graphics are awesome. The techniques are awesome. Graktor and I are playing, and there's no multiplayer functionality yet. He's actually, I think he's almost level 9 now, but he's been off for the last couple of days, so he's been putting in some hours, literally, playing the game. And but he has to go back to work, so I'll be able to catch up with him. Again, don't worry about the dollars, don't worry about the coins, you'll get them. Free to play, early access, can't go wrong. If you enjoy a good, relaxing fishing type game that's got a lot of stuff already in it, with more stuff coming, like tournaments, being able to play with your friends, and there's some kind of club feature that's coming in. So yeah, check it out. And until next time, tight lines, everybody. and be safe.